All right, here we go, guys. Another day in southern Ohio. The sun is out, the clouds are gone. It's a little brisk in the air this morning, but yeah, I think we're gonna get out of here for a couple hours and see what we can get into today. I gotta run up here to the school and take care of something for my daughter real quick. She's gonna be graduating here in just a short while. What's up, chicken? Chicken. But yeah, I think we're gonna go get some fishing in today. It's a good day. Why not, right? Good morning, chicken. How are you doing this morning? Are you living free? The weather here in southern Ohio has been just absolutely bonkers. One day you gotta run the heat in the car, the one day you gotta run the AC in the car. It's absolutely bonkers right now. But it's still better than cold. And the hot is coming, so stay positive, right? You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So for the most part, I tend to share everything that I do throughout my life with the YouTube channel. This tends to go back to the idea that this is more of a videography for future generations of family members that I'll never live long enough to get to meet. I got this thing taken care of up here at the school, but baby girl, if you do ever find yourself watching these videos, you sure didn't make this easy. You made graduating as complicated as it possibly could be. I love you, baby, but damn, you sure did make this hard. Let's go do something a little less drama-filled. All right, this is Sterling Run. This will eventually make its way into Lake Grant and eventually after that into White Oak Creek. Traditionally, this has been a pretty good bait hole for me for bluegills, so let's see what it has to offer today. Here we go, first cast, see what we end up with. It varies on which side of this little bridge is the best side. Sometimes it's over here, sometimes it's on the other side. There's usually some bluegills in here though. Except for that one time last year I came and seemed like there was nothing. I came kind of late in the year and I think the spot had been fished out. Maybe on down some. Dadgummit, I know there's fish in here. There is a pile of fish in this water somewhere and it's just a matter of getting on them. I know they're here. Nothing, not even a bite. It's crazy. I know there's fish in this stream. I've caught them too many times. Let's try this side. Nothing. Not even a bite. It's crazy. I know there's fish in this stream. I've caught them too many times. All right, so the last spot was a bust. I decided to come back over here where we normally fish at. Oh my goodness, look at the irises. I don't know if you can see this, how far I can get into this mess of backwaters, but oh my goodness. I have never seen so many irises blooming in the same place at the same time. That is just wild. I don't know how well that comes up on camera, but that is a lot of the yellow irises all growing in the same spot right here in this backwater of Lake Grant. Hopefully our little spot is on fire today like it has been the last couple times we've been out here, and we can put some bait fish in the bucket real quick and not have to spend a whole lot of time doing this. Now, I don't mind bait fishing, but I would much rather be catfishing. Hopefully these guys will be biting today. We did just get some more rain come through yesterday, so they hauling ass down this little back road. Something bumped it. Might have to go a little deeper. Well, it's looking like it's going to be a tough day for fishing. When you can't even get a bluegill or crappie to bite, you know it's going to be a slow day. All right, we just had us a little nibble right over here. I don't know if you can even see the bobber from there. Maybe they are schooled up over here today. Somebody's been down here fishing it hard too. Hey, there's a big old frog there. Come on, man. Yeah, maybe they're pulled up over here on this side today. Oh, something grabbed it. What, are they only in that one specific spot? Fish on. You let go. It's a little one. Yep, just a little dink getting a hold of it. Of course, that's actually what I'm fishing for, is dinks. Boy, that's a little bitty fellow, whatever that is. Can't even get it in his mouth. Fish on. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Great piece of bait. Go over here and get our bucket and get him some air running in there so he don't suffocate. Maybe this side is the winning ticket for today. Try keeping worms in the shade as best I can. All right, let's see if we can put another one in the bucket. Need at least 8 or 10 of them to make a good fishing trip. The more the better. Dong. Fish on. All right, there we go. Come here. Come here. Easy, sailor. All right. It's starting to look like today was going to be a bust for fishing. I was starting to get upset. But we got 2 in the bucket so far, so let's see if we can go ahead and just keep right on adding to that. Fish on. All right, sweet. So that's what I was saying earlier, man. You just got to find where they're schooling up at, and then it's on. But until you find the school, you're just kind of pissing in the breeze. Nice piece of bait. You say, you can tell by the ground down here, somebody's been fishing this spot real hard. And then usually once you get the fish woke up, you get them started and it tends to pick up a little bit. But it looks like I've got to be right in the right spot. These fish are schooled up all in one little hole together. I had a backlash in my reel that I had to take care of real quick. Oh, it's still there. All right, that got it. If you get the little loops and stuff in your spinning reels, it totally jacks you up. You got to get that stuff out of there. You can't let that sit. Oh, he hit it. Wiped me out. Got to rebait. All right, we're all baited back up. Let's get back in the water. See if we can't get another one on. Well, hopefully that last one didn't turn them off. Wasn't the last one that was in there. Ding. Oh, I wish I could get up underneath there instead of smacking that bridge. Come on now. Let's get her. There we go. That's what Daddy wanted. Of course, I can't see the bobber anymore. I bumped it hard. Something smacked that bobber pretty hard. Bait's still there. Thought he might have wiped me out. Maybe I'm a smidge too deep. Let's slide that down a couple inches to see if we get a different result. I didn't adjust it much, but just a couple of inches. A couple inches might make all the difference. Might make no difference at all. Yeah, that ain't gonna do nothing there. It's too shallow. Oh, he was on. He let go. Right over there against that wall. Yeah, need to get closer. Thought they were gonna turn on for a second, man. Well, something smacked it. Too little to get it in its mouth, though. The heck am I on? Hung up on something. Some fishing line or some shit. What is that? Oh yeah, I got hung up on fishing line. Somebody else's fishing line. All right, boy, it pulled it under. Yeah, my bobber's gone. Something yanked the shit out of it while I was trying to get that knot out of there. So this guy slammed me when I was off camera. That thing hit the water, and as soon as it hit the water, the bobber went under. In the bucket with you, homeboy. All right, let's get another one. So that gets us up to 4. 6 more, I think we can call it. Yeah, that last one smashed it as soon as it hit the water. I started reeling the slack in and the bobber was already gone. Yeah, another nice bluegill. We're halfway there. Everybody looks alive and healthy in the bucket. Wonderful. Now, I'm not going to keep them in that bucket for very long. As soon as I get my tin, I'm going to head back to the house and put them in the cooler with a bigger aerator on them. Boy, he socked that sucker real good. But he must have just had the bait. Oh, there he is, fish on. Wonderful. That's 6. Boy, these fish in this lake are really weird how they move around. Like the bullheads that we were catching last week, I have no idea where they moved to. That spot that I catch them at, I didn't get a single bite over there. They all moved over here for some reason. I got a mess. So look at that. Look at that. I had a bite at the same time. That's always wonderful. That's always a good time. That is not where I wanted it. We'll give it a sec. Look at that. It keeps doing it. Sometimes you just got to throw that thing out of there, man, and we get the line tight again. Oh yeah, that should do real good right there. Well, it's crazy when they pull the bobber under and they still don't have the damn bait. Fish on. There we go. I think that puts us at 7. Boy, he was just barely hooked too. 3, 4 more, man, and I think I'm good. Got to get back there under it, man. If you don't get it right where they're at, they're not messing with it. Fish on. Oh, that's a nice size one. Yeah. That's a good sized piece of bait. Look at that. Look at that. Can we catch 2 more pieces on this little piece of worm? Don't. I knocked my night crawler off. All right, that's fine. That little piece of bait was pretty well spent anyway. All right, so we're gonna take a hook and just thread that worm on there. Instead of folding it back and forth, just run the hook through the length of the worm, like so. Keeps them from coming off so easy. It is shaping up to be a gorgeous day here in southern Ohio. There's a little bit of a breeze coming in. It's just a little chilly of a breeze, but the day, the sun, everything, it's perfect. It is. It's absolutely perfect out here. Oh, got him. Got him. All right, that makes 9. Should we just go for an even dozen? I mean, now that they're hitting, now that I found where they're at, so that makes 9. All right, maybe we'll just go for an even dozen, since how they're on. Oh, there's 10. Easy, sailor. In the bucket. All right. 2 more and we're gonna call it done. Get us an even dozen. That should do us up for a good trip to the lake. I'm really surprised I haven't picked up any crappie. Usually end up getting at least a couple of small crappies when I'm up here bluegill baiting. Did I catch them all? Nope, didn't catch them all. But that one is a little bitty one. That one about pulled the bait right off there. Even when you threaded the worm onto the hook like that, they can still get that sucker off of there. You'd be amazed. Actually, if you're a fisherman, you wouldn't be amazed. Exactly what I'm talking about. God, I hate how this line keeps backlashing on me. Or just keeps getting loops in the reel. It's because I'm not keeping the line good and tight. Doing this bait fishing, we're getting a lot of slack in the line. On. We let go. Yeah, ever so often I'll just cast it out the other way and get all that loose shit out of my line or off my reel. Boy, there's some little dinky dinkies out here. I tell you what, man, they're giving me a hell of a time. I wouldn't mind catching a few of those little dinky dinks. They still wrapped up. Pollen and stuff out here's got my nose going. Oh yeah, there we go. Fish on. There we go. That's 11. One more. Catch one more, we'll call it. Let's get one more. And I could keep going. I could probably sell some of these off to some of the other fishermen I know. But I don't want to overburden the lake. And I mean, I'm not the only one coming out here catching bait. So, yeah. I don't want to put too much pressure on the lake. Whoa, there goes a snaky snake. Get on out of here, snaky snake. We don't want none. We do not want none of your snakiness. Come on, give me one more good hit. Come on. I know there's one more of you guys in there. There he is. He's on. All right. Something turned the water right there next to the bank, right where I was standing at. So, all right, another nice bluegill. Beautiful piece of bait. Settle down, Slappy. Get in the water. How about a baker's dozen? We still got a piece of meat left on the hook. Let's go for the baker's dozen. Might as well. One more ain't gonna make that big a difference. It sucks being at the pay lake and running out of bait. And honestly, it sucks anywhere fishing and running out of bait. Now, we get out there wherever I end up going. Now, there's a piece of creek that I'm actually debating on going to. But that would be terrible to get down there and the fish be active on bluegill, cut bluegills, and then run out of bait. And there's number 13. All right, that's it. I'm done. Like I said, I don't want to overpressure this spot too much. I want to be able to keep coming back here and catching bait. So, you in the bucket, take that little piece of meat off of there and feed it to the bluegills. And we're gonna get out of here. Hey fishermen, do better. Don't leave this kind of crap laying around the lakes and waterways. This shit always ends up in the water, ugly as hell. You're an American. Do better. So out here, I'm gonna try to zoom it in when I do edit, but all of those irises Looks like I'm right there, all over this bog back here. You got irises leading out into cattails. It's really kind of neat. Let's see if I can get a better look from right over here. It's just so pretty. Now, a couple days ago when these were in full fresh bloom, it would have been so pretty out here. I might have to come down here and get some of these for the wife. Just a couple shovels full. You know, I'm not trying to take a whole bunch of them. Take a little, leave a lot kind of thing. Slippery little suckers. I'm thinking about maybe just sticking these guys in the freezer and freezing them up for the next fishing trip, because I really don't know if I'm going to be able to go today. And tomorrow we have another game plan for tomorrow, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to go fishing tomorrow either. What are you doing, chicken? You made me any eggs lately, chicken? Got some brand new line on this one, so that stuff just wants to float like crazy.
Stop wiggling. You're not getting away from me, warm.
Well, mine's got a live piece. Oh, you're talking about your bait. Okay. I was going to say, mine's got a live bait on it, so mine's going to move around. Got this guy out here fishing with me today.
Hello.
I finally convinced him to bring out one of his big rods. You know, he's got a big 8-9 foot spinner setup. So we'll see if anything happens with that. But I tell you what, nothing would make me happier than to see his bobber out there go under. That would be swell. You never know. All right, little guy got him one. Oh, dude, that's a good sized bluegill.
How do I get this out of your mouth?
Can you get it?
Wait, hang on. There we go.
Beautiful. That's great, man. Good deal. I'm glad you got one. Now catch like 20 more. This thing is looking all kinds of wonky. Look at all that slack that was in that line.
I can't really tell.
And it probably doesn't help none that it's pretty much rained almost every day for the last week here in Ohio. I mean, not every single day, but pretty close to every day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got a couple hours to go still. We might get us a catfish on. Might get us a catfish on. It'll be a good time. It seems so weird. This is, I think, the third time I've been here this year and haven't been able to get anything consistently going. So I was just telling my son, it's the last time I was here, I couldn't even get a bluegill to bite. I've always done well at this hole. I'm really kind of wondering what's going on. With no bigger than this pond is, and the baits that we have out there, I've got live bluegill, I've got 2 pieces of cut bluegill. He's fishing for bluegill with a bobber and a worm, and I've got night crawler out there on the bottom. So I mean, we've got a nice variety of bait in a pond that doesn't really get fished that much. I would think that these fish would be moving, hungry, looking for something to do, but you know, it is what it is. You know, we're going to stick around for a little while longer and keep trying. I'm going to change some stuff up, change some depths, move some baits around, and see if we can't get something going. But, you know, in a pond this big, I mean, doesn't really matter what depth you're at. The fish are going to know that it's there, so... more weight on it. Sweet. Hey, at least it's a catch, man. At least it's a catch. Let me get the camera closer, it'll look bigger.
Look how big he is.
I'm gonna make a fisherman out of that boy yet. I'm telling you what. Yeah, we're losing that sun. You can see it, it's going away. I'm already all the way in the shade. Hopefully as the sun goes down a little bit, the fish will turn on. Just a quick little update. Still no fish.
Oh, I miss a fishy. Num 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 num.
So that's 3 for you. I mean, he's got 3, but the 13 that I caught before we got here count, right? Right?
No.
Yeah, my 13 count.
No, I wasn't here, so it doesn't count.
What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Does my 13 fish that I caught before he got here count? We've been out here now for 3.5 hours. The fishing, what do you think?
Think by much.
I mean, he got his 4 bluegills. He caught one that I didn't record because the GoPro battery is almost gone. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. The wife just texted, said dinner's ready. The fish aren't really biting very well, so we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Be sure to live your lives to the fullest. Anything less is an injustice to yourself and every single person around you. Darren, you got anything you want to say?
Stay free, America.
Oh yeah, nice ending.